So,
We probably should bag this bad boy.
There's like, hold on, let me just put this in with my cart.
You guys are standing around the unconscious Lazara.
Probably a good idea to get her somewhere and make sure she doesn't die.
Do I wake her up?
Okay. How are you going to do that?
I don't know. Does anyone have, like, water or something?
I have water.
I have holy water. The power of Christ compels you.
Just splash her with holy water.
She burns and hisses. Her head turns around and she crab walks backward.
like, oh, okay.
That's when you realize the Lazara with was a shapeshifter the whole time.
Like, oh god, this whole time.
It's fake Lazara.
Where's real Lazara, like locked up in the thing in fucking passage? She's like, ah!
She never existed. She was a part of our imagination.
Got TF2 levels of spy games going on.
So, what would you guys like to do? How would you like to wake her up? Sorry.
Pour some water on her. What was that?
Come on, heathen!
I was saying Faye has some water.
Yeah, I pour it on her head. I'm just like, come on, drink up, Lazara. It's respect woman juice, your favorite.
Respect women juice.
But no, I kind of like I take the holy water and I splash her in the face.
Okay. This seems to shake her out of it. Lazara, you break free of these visions when you're hit in the face with cold water.
I mean, it's been kind of sitting in my backpack for a while. I think it's more.
Well, you got hit in the face with lukewarm water. and it's stale.
Lazara just kind of rubs her head and sits up, and she's like, what happened?
Well, you blasted a hole through a dragon, and then you just kind of, did a belly flop onto the ground. So that happened.
I had this weird dream.
And you were there, and you were there, you were there.
When are you not having weird?
You were there, but you were a pigeon.
I dreamt I was a butterfly.
Someday I'll be a beautiful butterfly. Oh, God. So, Lazara's awake.
So, what's the aftermath of...
What's the damage? Yeah, there's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
Diana is just kind of like, now that Lazara has come to, she's looking around.
Mm. Yeah, you guys can see much of the area has been destroyed. There's a lot of like the stone benches that have been crushed under the weight of Larizian as he stomped on them. A lot of cobblestone that's been either melted by acid or crushed by his claws. And a lot of dead people. A lot of like half melted and completely melted people. Just kind of there, lying around. That siren is still kind of wailing.
So, the guys in robes that were here just before the dragon showed up, are they anywhere to be seen, or they just booked it?
They're totally gone. They booked it.
Okay.
I'm guessing they
were
weren't
all
expecting
kinda-
it either.
They were all kind of shorties. They were kind of hard to spot amongst the crowd. They were just kind of hiding behind people.
Yeah, I think only 2 of you guys noticed.
Yeah, they're real short. They're little.
I can't remember who. I don't want to have to scroll up through all that just to find out, but
Yeah,
two of
no.
us noticed.
I think I did.
Yeah, I think it was Faye and Gunther that noticed.
I think Lazara was able to see them from.
Oh yeah,
Her
you got
position.
advantage
Oh,
for it.
would have been the Zyra and Gunther.
I know I didn't. That's all I remember.
Anyway, they are also nowhere to be seen. There is 2 remaining guards, one standing kind of on the wing of the dragon. Yes, standing on front. Damn it! There we go. Standing on like the edge of the wing of the dragon, because that's just where it fell. Upon the bodies of the dead guys. Roll a perception check for me, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
The good rolls when it's important.
Yeah, where were you during the battle? Jesus fucking Christ.
So you guys, well, Zara, you're still kind of coming out of this whole thing that you went under. And Gunther, you're just kind of glad you didn't get melted. But Faye and Diana, you guys notice under the dragon's head where it's fallen and collapsed, that guy who was knocked prone by the wings is just kind of stuck under there.
No. Try to
What happened?
pull him out of there.
There's a guy stuck under the head of the dragon.
And he's still
The guy
alive.
He seems to be. He's just kind of. You can hear like a dull groan, like a muffled groan.
I'm gonna try.
Faye's gonna try and lift up his head. Like,
Ah.
lift the dragon's head.
All right, so Faye and Diana, since you're both doing it, bit of athletics from you both, because it's a big, heavy head and it's large.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are. Yeah.
Faye just kind of kicks it.
I got it. I'm helping.
And he kind of scampers out of the way, crawls free. And it's the guy with the broken. He has a spear as well, but that's been crushed under the weight of the dragon. So you just have 2 guys here with broken sticks, and one of them has a shield. And there's also one other guy you guys noticed cowering fucking way down here behind a bench.
Oh, you
With a
didn't see
crossbow.
him because of the icons.
Yeah, that's everyone else is either dead or fled.
Dead or fled, that right.
Yep. So what would you guys like to do?
Should probably bag up this dragon first of all.
Begging boys! Alright, I'll do it.
Gunther, bag it.
Yeah, I'll bag the dragon.
All right. So,
I love this
so you
terminology.
So you bag the dragon. I'll have you write down your list, however you want to remember it. You can either name it Lyrizian or Adult
Bad
Black
Dragon.
Dragon. Yeah.
Big black dragon.
I call him the Black Bad Dragon.
Oh my
The Black Bad Dragon. God. So
Dead, in parentheses, just to specify.
you bag Lyrizian.
How are the guards reacting to that, by the way?
They're honestly, like, just in general, a bit stunned. So when it comes to, like, the next stage of, like, Gunther just swallowing the dragon into his bag, they're just like, okay, man. Like, they have enough to
They're just
worry
like,
about.
I don't get paid enough for this shit. Just like,
Yeah.
I'm retiring early.
Yeah.
So with my new inventory system that I keep on the side, this is the party possession, so everyone knows about it, but
One absolute unit.
Fuck.
yep.
So, what would you guys like to do now? Things are going fucking crazy.
Well, Diana's just kind of like looking at the aftermath of this and all the people that died, and she looks upset. You guys kind of just watch her like kicking dirt, and she mutters something under her breath, and she storms away.
What did anyone hear what she said?
Perhaps roll crit.
I suppose it would be a perception check.
What did you say, Diana?
She's just cursing.
Gunther heard nothing.
Cursing.
Yeah.
Too busy bagging up a dragon.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, she storms off.
She was just cursing. Just
Oh,
swearing.
okay.
Okay. So,
So, funny story, earlier, before the fight, I thought of using the Wand of Wonders on the dragon and then realized, wait, no, I could accidentally enlarge it. I don't want that.
oh god.
That would have been awful. No, thank you. Absolutely no thanks.
What's that at the bottom of the screen? There's like those rectangles showing up.
Yeah. Didn't know that there was
Oh,
just an
weird.
area down there that's just white. Hang on, let me get rid of it.
I just saw it and I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah. That's alright. So, you guys are in the recently devastated Windmere. What would you like to do? Is there anywhere you'd like to go or things? Diana
Well-
has stormed off.
I mean, we just killed a dragon. Probably should probably should check around the town if there's any area that got hit too.
I think. I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say. I think Lysara is going to go back to the Rangers Guild to bandage up her wound.
Okay.
What?
To bandage up her wounds.
She got kind of, pistol whipped pretty hard.
Busted up.
She gotta be beat up.
Yeah, whew.
She got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, Gunther's probably just gonna go around town, see if there's been any damage elsewhere in town.
Okay. As you wander through the city streets, Gunther, you see a lot of scared people kind of comforting each other, and there's also more than a few buildings that were just completely melted. Like you can see a couple of walls standing, but like some roofs went in and all kinds of stuff. Looks like he maybe came through from like the southwestern end of town before he got to where you guys were. Just did a bit of damage and then saw all of you, and that's when he came down.
Does it seem like there has been any kind of like victims on his way?
It's pretty hard to tell unless you actually go in and investigate all these little houses.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Probably a few victims. You find a couple of what could be corpses. But in the state that they're in, it's kind of hard to tell. But
If
odds
it's-
are there were probably a few casualties.
Yeah, if it's hard to tell, I would assume they're probably dead.
Yeah. Lazara, you hobble your way back to the Arrow Rock Hunters Co. To get patched up, and as you enter, you're pretty beat up, like pretty visibly beat up. After copping a whole bunch of dragon teeth and things like that. So when you go hobbling in, immediately they come rushing to your aid to try and like sit you down and inspect your wounds and try and patch you up and apply first aid. So while that's going on, what is Faye doing?
You know, I think. Didn't think I'd get this far.
No, Cheryl's gonna die.
I was writing my will and everything. Maybe it's a good idea to just kind of make sure, because she probably saw Diana like storm off and everything. She probably should make sure that she's doing all right and everything like that.
Okay. All right. So you you start looking around town to find Diana, but you're having a pretty hard time finding her.
Oh, damn.
And amongst there are a lot of people sort of out and about in the streets and things like that. Sort of guards are checking up on the populace are checking up on each other. People are kind of everywhere after the big attack, so it's quite hard to find her.
What am I seeing? Like while I'm like kind of looking around for her, what exactly like am I seeing in town? Is it sort of just like the same that like Gunther was seeing, or?
Yeah, the direction Diana ran off to, you are seeing a lot less of the actual destruction and more so just scared people that are like a mixture of like there's scared faces, there's relieved faces, there's upset faces, there's all kinds of emotions going on. But yeah, there's a lot of people, a lot of faces.
So this part of town wasn't like exactly like affected like physically, but a lot of people are still mentally upset.
Hell shook.
Hell shook.
So, Lazira, you're after some time, you get properly patched up, and just take some time to have a breather. And while you're sitting around, sort of resting, coming bursting through the front door, rather dramatically, is Marigold and her crew, who are just kind of frantically going around checking places to try and find you, and they've eventually found you. And she comes running over and just sort of embraces you, like, thank God you're okay.
This is so wholesome.
This is probably the wholesomest thing that's ever going to involve Lysara, to be honest.
Oh shit!
Literally in 2 sessions, she's gonna be like sleeping with some like bartender.
That's not important right now.
Doesn't deny it.
So, So Lazara kind of laughs, laughs and says, I mean, doing something stupid hasn't gotten me killed yet.
Yet.
She just kind of gives you a nudge on the arm when she pulls back. You can see there's kind of like tears of joy in her eyes, and she's got that cheeky grin that she always has, just trying to waveringly keep that going. But yeah, he says, well, keep up that not dying business.
Lazara kind of laughs and says, "At this point, I'm pretty sure I just that some deity just like is just like preventing me from dying because there's so many times I probably should have died."
Lazara is now proficient in not dying.
Fuck. She can't help but nod in agreement, like, yeah, probably. And she looks to Rithril, who's sort of standing by with the people that were just applying first aid, and she says, "Does this place have a bar or what? Because I think we need a drink."
Oh shit! Okay.
Lazara pats her on the back and says, "Come on, let's just go down to the bar at the docks."
Is it gonna be like working right now?
She is says, it even there?
She says, "Sounds good if the place is still standing."
Yeah. I didn't even consider that.
Just like, let's go to the bar by the docks, and you get there, it's just like a pile of rubble. Just like absolutely decimated.
Just melted goo. Just like, well, go somewhere else then.
Check if the drinks were still
So
there.
you guys go to the docks. And while you're doing that together, what are the rest of you doing? What's Diana doing?
Well, I was gonna say she's probably wondering for a bit, and then she heads back to the guild to meet up with whoever's there. But like at this point, I don't think anyone's there anymore.
Yep.
So.
All right, so yeah, Diana will just go back to the guild, and when you arrive, after you're wandering around, yeah, the place is more or less empty. Like Rithril's there and his team, and then they look at you and as you walk in, and they just kind of like, some of them are holding bandages and first aid kits and that sort of thing, and they're like, do you need to be patched up or?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. And they continue packing it away.
She's actually doing pretty okay. She's like,
yeah,
62 good points right now.
Jesus.
I don't know. I guess I just ask everyone holding up.
He says, "Well, we got a couple of scared people. We're about to pack up these kits and send some of our people out into the city to help anyone else who might need the first aid. Sure, there's probably a few."
Suppose I'll join them.
Yeah?
Mm.
All right. Part of the Healy Wheelie Brigade. So Diana grabs a first aid kit that's spare and heads out into the street with the rest of the guild to heal people up. I'll get you to roll a medicine check, but while you're doing that, what are Gunther and Faye doing?
I'll let Faye go first.
I mean, I guess I was just wandering around looking to see where Diana went, and I was assuming she probably just would have like also went back to the guild, but didn't really see any.
Mm-hmm. So as you're sort of wandering through town on your way back to the guild, you can see a lot of these guild members sort of going around and helping people out and applying first aid and trying to fix the situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just approach him and ask if there's any help that needs to be done.
Okay. They're like, yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna need help after this, but
Yeah.
if you head back to the guild, see if there's any first aid supplies still there, and if you want to come out and help people, you can. There's also the Sigil Shield Guild, which is the fighters and paladins, that sort of thing. They didn't get an opportunity to get out to the dragon, but they're going around and helping sort through the rubble and that sort of thing.
Okay. I guess I'll just go grab a first aid kit, kind of help out and thing.
Okay. So you head around fixing people up. We'll get a medicine check from you as well.
Okay.
Diana, as you're out and about healing people, quote unquote. Yeah, I mean it's pretty rough. There's only so much you can do for acid burns and things like that. You put the soothing stuff on it and bandage it up, but whether or not it's actually going to properly heal is just entirely up to chance. The best you can do is kind of soothe it with some of the balms and creams that they offer that are soothing. You offer them a cup of chamomile.
Shit.
But yeah, Faye as well. As you're going around and applying your first aid to people, there are some people that are pretty disoriented by the whole thing, and sort of helping them out to snap out of it and help a lot of people along their way. What is the Gunther doing?
The Gunther is well, I'd say still going around town checking if at this point just checking if some people need help as well.
Okay.
If they need what they need and everything.
Okay. Yeah, you help people out. You use your gem to give them some fresh water, that sort of thing.
I can feed them jerky.
Yeah, sure.
I know this dragon attacked your town, but here's some dragon jerky for you.
I mean, that would probably feel really good.
Yeah.
Actually.
Here, how about you eat one of them? Yes, victory.
I have 141 jerkies. Or units.
God.
You said
it may not actually help, but it'll boost morale.
Nick, I think you told me a unit
it's actually not a bad idea to feed them something after something like that.
Yeah.
I think you told me that a unit is 5 pounds.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I have 141 units of that.
Yeah, so you can give out a couple units of beef jerky to sort of boost everyone's morale. Just be like, hey, I know that dragon destroyed your town, but let's eat them. And they're like, yes. Victory. The spoils of war.
Jerky.
But how many units would that take? I'll take them out now.
Let's say 2 or 3.
I'll say 3 because I have too many.
Sure. So while you're going around helping people out, Lazara and Marigold stumble their way through town and down to the docks. When you find most of the bar is still standing, there's kind of the southeastern sort of end of it has kind of been
where their
melted.
priorities stand.
Yeah. The southeastern end of the bar is still is melted. There's nothing there. But the door is open still, and inside there are people drinking, and there's a guy working the tap. They're going.
A hole in the wall never stopped anyone.
There's probably a lot of people that are gonna need a drink.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
A hole in the walls
But yeah,
is not going to stop anyone.
They're still doing it. Yeah. It's just another access point to get into the bar.
Lazara's just like, fuck it, I need a drink after that. and she goes on in.
And the guy that's working the bar, he's kind of got mutton chops and a moustache, and he goes, "Yeah, it's not the first time we've heard that this evening. Come on!" And then he starts pouring drinks for you and for Marigold and more for everyone else. He's not making anyone pay. It seems he's just happy that these people are alive. So he's just like, "Fuck it, just drink, guys." Come on.
Just forget your troubles.
They
Drink.
die.
Yeah.
We're all alive. That's a reason to celebrate.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. After a dragon attack, it's very rare that you can say that.
Always say that after the dragon's been fucked up real good.
Yeah. So, you guys spend the rest of your morning.
Oh shit! It was morning.
It was morning. The rest of your morning
Breakfast.
helping people sort of recover and get through the horror that took place. Fixing the town up and helping Sigil Shield sort of lift rubble off of people to get them out of the crushed houses and all kinds of shit. Once all that's pretty much been taken care of and you can leave it up to the guard and Sigil Shield and that sort of thing, is there anything in particular you guys would like to do?
Well, there's only so much you can do in this situation.
Yeah.
We're like half the city's.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, only so much you can do. Half the city's just ruined.
Oh,
You guys do find yourselves eventually back at the Arrow Rock Hunters Co. Guild building together, sort of trickling in one by one. Or
There's a
some of
question
you
I want to ask.
stumbling. Yeah.
Is the Star Shadow Order building still standing?
Yes, I believe it is.
Okay. I didn't have anything I wanted to do now. I was just wondering.
Oh,
is it
yeah,
still
no,
there?
I just wanted to know for when we decide we want to head somewhere else.
Okay.
Just like book it out of town.
That building is still standing. In fact, pretty much all the guild buildings in Windmere are still standing, it appears. It's mostly just like residential stuff and a couple of small shops, general stores that got the brunt of it.
So at this point where everyone's back at the guild, what time is it?
This would probably be about midday, early afternoon.
maybe we should check on the jerk we put in the forest.
I'm sure he's okay.
I mean, Mistral got pretty good.
The dragon, I mean,
Sorry?
What?
I don't think the dragon got to the forest, did it?
No, it came straight across the water and attacked Windmere.
That would have been the first thing to go for.
Yeah.
That's where the people are.
Yep, civilization. The Black Dragon, man, that's their thing. So as everyone's kind of sitting in quiet disarray, a couple of other members of the guild start wandering back in after aiding people as much as they could before their supplies ran out. And there's just this general feeling all around of exhaustion and devastation. You guys notice that Diana's still really quiet and just kind of, I suppose, contemplative and upset. Lazara, you kind of still feel a little bit out of it. Might be the fact that you just had that episode and blacked out could be also because you've just been out drinking with Marigold all morning. You're not sure.
She's still seeing butterflies.
Yeah, yeah, but you're still not feeling 100%. But yeah, you guys are all still alive.
Will there be
I
cake?
I feel like everyone's like just really awkward and quiet right now.
Yeah.
That's a rough morning to start the day.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
a good day.
Gunther plays the lute.
Oh my god.
Okay, roll a performance check.
It's too quiet, I don't like it. Let's make it extra loud.
So
Oh, God,
Gunther
he's so
plays a tune on the lute to just kind of take everyone's mind off of everything that's been going on. Kind of give people a little bit of inspiration to keep moving forward. And it seems to be generally pretty appreciated by the guild's populace.
The only problem is it's really loud.
Oh, right, the amplified fucking lute.
I need to see if would I be able to like just kind of upgrade my enchant to make to put a volume control on it.
I'm sure that you could adjust the volume as you like.
Oh, good.
So you don't play it too loud. Loud
Yeah.
enough that everyone can hear it, but not like
Not
Like
that
a
everyone can
bomb.
hear it, but not
Sure.
like eardrum breaking loud.
yeah. It's not like Bart with the megaphone. You know?
Oh my god.
I need to make a megaphone. Multiple.
A megaphone. Fuck. Gunther, when you start playing, you see Diana give you this look. Her eyes, her pupils are slitted, and just gets up and she goes like to her room.
Did I play that
So almost
badly?
everyone appreciates the music.
Lazira also reacts like she has a hangover and
Tough crowd.
They're having a rough day.
Tough
I
crowd, he
think
says as he continues playing.
I think everyone is.
Anyway, well, at least the guildies are cool with it.
Yeah, the guildies are very happy about it. Presumably because they weren't in the battle, but like, you know, there's just a lot of general depression going on, so they're just like happy to have something that's not that.
Music is good.
Yeah.
They probably just didn't have any relatives die, so that's why they're like, yeah, okay,
Oh
let's
god.
be real.
So Diana, you head up to your room.
Yeah.
And what would you like to do?
What I do?
Whatever you want. The joy of D&D.
Can you like do someone else and I'll think about
Sure.
something?
What would, as Gunther is still playing his chipper tune, Lazara, did you head up to your room as well? Because
yes.
music? Yep. So I assume that Marigold probably would have gone with you.
We know what Lasara's doing.
Honestly, Lazara's going up to sleep.
Yeah, fair enough.
Probably,
Marigold
yeah,
probably
good
is as well.
idea.
Could be a synonym.
God. She's just like, I need to go the fuck to sleep.
So you just lay down on the bed and pass out. And Marigold kind of like sets herself up on the bed beside you, just having a rest. It was a stressful day.
Stressful is a understatement.
Yeah. As for Diana, she's just gonna read over that journal Chloe's gave. I think I've already read through most of it, but she's just, finding something to do.
Distract yourself. Yeah. Okay. So you're reading through Clovis's journal.
Well, Clovis's dad's journal.
Well, yeah.
That's really weird.
While you're doing that, what's Faye doing?
You know what? Is there a kitchen here at the Arrow Rock Hunting Co?
There sure is.
I think what Faye's gonna do, because everyone's just really high stress and everything, she's going to make like tea for everyone.
Okay.
And
so as you
go ahead.
you walk into the kitchen there, and you see it's kind of split into two rooms. There's one room in the back, like way in the back, for like skinning and preparing like animals that they brought in from a hunt. Like they have a special room for it, and then they have this room here that's more of a normal kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a wide selection of various herbal teas and remedies and that sort of stuff on display.
Be something that's like helps reduce stress.
Oh yeah, some of that soothing chamomile.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yep. Yeah, they got some of that. They got plenty of that. So you
Okay,
start
yeah,
brewing tea for everyone.
Yeah. Well, like while she does this, like when she finishes and she like, gives them out and everything, she even gives one to Gunther. She has like 3 more cups, and she just kind of like goes up to like each of the other two's rooms and just kind of like leaves it kind of like down on the floor and just kind of knocks and just heads back to her room.
Okay.
She doesn't really stick around. She just places it there. Obviously, no one's really in the talking, so it's just
Okay.
yeah.
Can I
So
get a perception check from Faye real quick?
yes.
Yes. Okay. So you put down the one in front of Diana's door, give it a knock. Put down the 2 in front of Lazara's door, give it a knock. And as you knock on Lazara's door, you can hear Lazara like snoring.
That tea's just gonna get cold.
It's okay. Marigold can have 2 cups.
Yeah, Marigold like carefully opens the door. She has like a book in her hand, and she kind of like leans down, picks up the teas, and just gives you a little nod of thanks. And then she carefully closes the door. You can very loudly hear Lazara snoring as the door.
Oh my god, she's dead.
I imagine she's like just sprawled across
She
the bed.
is very sprawled and just like there's drool. It's a disaster.
Oh my god.
Sprawl, like she's got like one TV like
Hanging out. Just freeballing. Yeah.
She's been asleep for 5 minutes and the TV's already hanging out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what she does. She will go back to her room, and then we'll just go back to Gunther if there's anything else to do.
Yep. Anything
Sorry,
Gunther's doing aside from
Sorry that Reese's
doing
Cup was
his,
really good.
So, is there anything that Gunther wants to do before he's after he's done his performance?
What time is it?
It is kind of early afternoon.
Okay. What do I want to do? I should have thought of something.
There really isn't much that we can do.
Yeah, we're just literally like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're probably just gonna have to like eventually, probably sooner rather than later, just head back home. I think. Because
like we're done here. This place is done.
Well, we killed the dragon and we helped the people however we were able
Well,
to, and now
we
kind of give
probably
them time to. Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, I was just saying,
No,
we
no.
probably should head back to the Heartwoods and kind of.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I was gonna
course.
say you do still have one poor fucker locked in the woods.
Yeah,
right?
no, I totally.
Yeah, that's what I meant
I
earlier.
totally meant like after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
Yeah, no,
It's just like, oh, he'll be right. Just leave him there.
that could probably be
Oh,
done
cool.
tomorrow, morning, if anything.
That's a not right now problem.
Yeah, that is not a right now problem.
Gunther's just probably gonna take the afternoon, the rest of the afternoon chill, and just
Gonna
rest or
rest
something.
rest of the day.
Yep.
Yeah, at least for the afternoon.
Yep. So you guys get a long rest and get all your your expended points back.
Yay.
Yay. And you just kind of relax and unwind after that morning. By the time you wake up, I'll say it's really late at night when you guys wake up. We're talking like middle of the night, really early morning.
Oh.
You guys can kind of just do what you will until the sun rises, or
Oh yeah, because Faye doesn't really sleep much. That's
yeah. I'll get a long rest. Wakes up at dinner like fuck.
God damn it! Everyone's all like, "Oh man, did you guys get some rest?" I'm like, "I've been up since 5 p.m. yesterday."
I didn't think I was gonna skip the evening.
Faye gets to enjoy a lot more of that awkward silence.
You can knows to wake up in the evening. He can.
Nah, it's all good. I didn't really have anything in mind in particular.
I will
Okay.
say though,
All
while she's
good.
waiting for everyone, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You were already
Oh
talking.
no, you were going ahead first. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say all Gunther would have done is just kind of walk around town.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you're gonna do, or
Yeah.
okay? So Gunther, you wander around town, and I'll get a perception check from you.
There's the perception here.
Ouch.
That's unfortunate. Both are bad.
You go wandering around for some time, and you eventually find yourself in amongst like some of the wreckage that was around again, and you spot someone among the wreckage just kind of sifting through some stuff, more so checking out the areas that were melted by the acid, and you can see them kind of making notes and closely examining it, adjusting their spectacles and stuff like that.
I go check that person out.
Okay. Seedy.
Because that seems sketchy.
Yep. So you approach this person. They're where is it? Oh, I thought I had a thing for it. Okay. You can see them wearing kind of a white cloak and dark clothing. Seems like a woman with black hair that just has a generally unimpressed look about her face as she's making notes on the acid damage and things like that. She seems to be like taking pieces out of the wall, collecting samples, that sort of thing.
Gunther greets her and says something like, "Good evening."
And she looks over you, and she says, "Is it? Are you sure? I mean, there are a lot of places that got burned down, like, and melted today. I don't think it's a great evening."
No, indeed, you are right about that. It could have been better. It was just a greeting.
Um, so she's a human woman. I should mention. Roll a insight check. Gunther, you're fairly certain that you recognize this woman.
Then Gunther will ask.
You haven't seen her for a long, long time, so she looks kind of different. But you're really sure that it's her.
Gunther just kind of asks, like, "Have we met before? You seem familiar."
She kind of looks over you and adjusts her glasses and kind of seems to examine you very closely.
To be fair, Gunther's wearing a mask.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
I mean, Gunther is wearing a mask, isn't he?
Yeah, he is wearing his mask.
All right. She continues looking over you, and she says, "I'm not sure. Have I served you as a customer recently?"
Not recently, no. I think it might have been a few years if we have ever met. And Gunther thinks for a moment, and if it's been that long, maybe you wouldn't recognize me because I did change outfit over time. And he just kind of goes through his bag a bit and picks out his old mask.
Okay.
In case that helps anything.
So you...
He doesn't put it on, he just kind of shows her, like, would that look familiar?
Oh, okay. She looks over your mask, and then she kind of, not particularly. Do you have any other ones? Maybe one of those will look familiar. Oh.
There's only the one I'm wearing currently, otherwise. And by the way, I don't think I've introduced myself. My name is Gunther.
And she adjusts her glasses again, extends a hand, and she says, "I'm Veronica." And she shakes your hand.
He shakes back, and
You're now pretty certain that it's her.
yeah, that's what he's gonna say, like, yeah, I feel like we might have worked together before. I'm sure of it.
She says, "Really, I typically remember my business partners very well. I'm typically very good with faces." And she kind of adjusts her glasses again and, like, looks at you very closely, like at your mask.
How dark
and she
is
says,
it?
"Although yours is quite obscure." It's evening, but the place is pretty well lit by the street lighting.
That's right.
It's this house that you're in is just kind of mostly melted, so you have the outdoor light shining in everywhere. You're practically outdoors. There's just a couple of still standing walls.
Then Gunther's going to ask a question. He's going to ask, he's going to ask if she's ever taught anyone how to be good as a merchant, or just how to do merchant things.
She kind of tilts her head slightly kind of looks you over, and she says, Are you Jeffrey?"
Jeffrey? Maybe.
That does sound like an answer he would give.
Well, there is a strong chance. Actually, yes. Yes, that would be my name.
And roll an insight check for me, real quick.
Where is that button? Insight.
Okay. You see what you think for a brief moment is like a flash of an excited smile, or just a face of like real joy, but then it kind of immediately goes away back to like the same sort of stoic looking, tired looking woman.
I am not too
and
surprised.
Yeah. She clears her throat and she says, "Well, it's good to see you alive and in good health."
Yeah, it has
And
been
not dead.
quite some time. And glad to see you well too.
Yes, I'm working for the Star Shadow Order Guild here as well as a merchant and a researcher.
Oh, are you still researching the same thing as before?
Well, right now I'm just sort of looking into the damage that this dragon has caused, but I'm still doing my research. Yes.
That's good to know. And what have you figured out so far with what you were searching earlier?
There have been a lot of setbacks along the way. So, not a lot of progress, but with the help of guild members, I feel like I'm picking up steam.
Well, that's good to know. I actually have been doing some research on my side too.
That's good. Research is good.
Yes, yes it is. I've actually been kind of working on like runic enchantments.
She peers at you with great curiosity. And she says, "What have you found?"
Well, I don't remember exactly the details, but he pretty much explains like kind of like what he figured out with like his rune studies and everything.
Okay.
That's a lot of details.
She quietly listens to everything you have to say as you go over the fact that you've been researching your runes and knowing what different ones do and how to apply them for different situations, that sort of thing. And you can see her like the cogs are turning and she's taking mental notes. And she says, "Well, that's valuable information to know. I will include that in my own research."
Good, good. Always glad to help.
Are you hanging around town much longer?
That I'm not sure. I would need to see with my party members. I've been traveling with
Oh, you're traveling with friends.
Yeah, I've actually. It seems pretty unlikely, but yeah, I've been traveling with a few friends in the past few. How long has it been? Months?
Yeah,
In the
seems
past
pretty unlikely.
Gunther's not the kind to be good at making friends.
Yeah.
At least he tries.
Hmm.
But yeah, for the past few months, I've been traveling with a group, and we've been going around doing, well, stuff that dangerous stuff. I'm not about to put myself in danger, but with that group, I didn't have much of a choice.
Hmm.
But I'm still alive and kicking,
like
so everything is good.
Oh well, as long as you're not dead, I suppose that's good. You can see her, like, while you've been talking, she's been scribbling notes down frantically in her little notepad that she has. Eventually, she suddenly stops and looks up at you, and she says, "If you're staying around town, I'd like to pick your brain a bit more about the things that you've been researching."
Yeah, no problem. That would be my pleasure. And even I could even show you some of the results of my research.
So that would be very helpful. For now, though, I have a different research project I must get back to, so if you'll excuse me. And then she turns back to the wall, and just with a small dagger, she seems to like carve another piece out that's been heavily affected by the acid, and puts it into like a jar, which she corks off. There's a bit of a solution in there, and she's kind of swirling it around and sort of observing the effect that it has in the solution. And it's immediately as if like you're not even there anymore. She's back into her work.
Gunther just says, well, see you later. And actually, he also asks, where can I find you if I want to talk to you?
Veronica turns back around. She says, "Oh, I'm usually at the guild. If I'm not there, then I'm researching somewhere else."
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. And Gunther
Okay,
goes...
goodbye. And then she continues. Yeah. Immediately, you just sort of turn away from each other and do your own thing. So, that being said, as you return to wherever you were going, the rest of the night progresses on.
I did the drawing for that. Can I post it on the chat?
You sure can.
What is it? Here it is.
What did Lazira want to do?